Good day, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Presenting to you this 2016 Toyota Camry 2.5V, and in this video I'm going to show you the complete exterior and interior, as well as show you what this Toyota Camry has to offer. So with that, let's begin today's video. So before we begin today's video, let me just show you around this lovely 2016 Toyota Camry 2.5V. So let's start off with the front. As you can see, you get the Toyota grille right there with the Toyota badge in the center. You get front parking sensors down there and the headlight washer system as well. As for headlights, it gets Aisin LED projector headlamps. It still retains the halogen indicators and halogen fog lights down there. So this is the front look of the car. Now moving on to the sides, but before that, let me just give you a last look of the front. So as you can see, this is the front portion of the Toyota Camry 2.5V. It looks nice as well. And as for the tires, it gets Continental Max Contact MC6 tires, and the measurement is 215/55 R17. As you can see right there, it gets 17-inch rims as well. Dual VVTi badge on the sides. On the side mirrors, it gets halogen indicators, as you can see. The Camry 2.5V comes with keyless entry as well, right there. Let me give you a side look of the car. Overall, the Toyota Camry looks really elegant. It looks stunning as well from the side. And this is one of the best angles to admire the Camry 2.5V if you ask me. So moving on to the rear of the car. So as you can see, for the rear, it looks nice as well. This is another best angle to admire the car. So as for headlights, it gets LED brake lights, LED tail lamps, halogen indicators and halogen reversing lights. I'll demonstrate how the headlights and tail lights are later. I'll demonstrate that later. So you get your 2.5V there. You get a Toyota badge right here. And the Camry lettering right there. Rear parking sensors are standard as well, right there. Your rear exhaust pipe is down here. Coming back to the front. Fuel door right here, as you can see. So now coming back to the front, let me give you a sneak peek of the interior as well. So as you can, hope you can see the interior right there. So now moving on to the front. Let's get back to the front. So without further ado, let's begin today's video. So here is the key fob of the Toyota Camry 2.5V. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Toyota Camry 2.5V comes as standard with Toyota's version of its smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press this ribbed area on the driver's side door handle. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and tap the area again behind the driver's side door handle. Along with the smart keyless entry is the push button start system. So, to start the Toyota Camry 2.5V, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the right of the steering wheel. The Toyota Camry 2.5V in Malaysia comes as standard with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. The steering wheel in this Toyota Camry 2.5V is wrapped in leather on the bottom half and the top part is in wood. The steering wheel features sport grips at 10 and 2. A 6-speed automatic transmission can be found in the Toyota Camry 2.5V in Malaysia. The transmission is in the form of a gated shifter layout, as you can see. This transmission features a sport mode and you can shift it all the way to the back, and you can shift manually via the gear lever as well. Front and rear parking sensors along with the reverse camera reactive guidance lines are standard. The reverse camera can only be activated when the car is in reverse. So let's take a look at the exterior now, shall we? Let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights. Take a look at the engine. Roll down the driver's side window. And continue with the exterior walk around. Let's take a look at the engine, shall we? So this is the engine bay of the Toyota Camry. So the Toyota Camry 2.5V is powered by a 2.5 litre dual VVTi engine, producing around 180 horsepower and 230 Newton meters of torque. All the power is sent to the front wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 100 can be done in 9.7 seconds, onwards to a top speed of 210 kilometers per hour. So as you can see, this is the engine bay right here. It says dual VVTi with the Toyota badge. So as you can see, this is the engine. It's held by these two hydraulic struts, which can be really helpful when opening and closing the engine bay. It's quite a premium feature as well. It's really good to have. So now let's close it. Speaker, bottle holder, storage. You got a puddle light down here. Right here, mirror controls, window lock, central locking, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, but only the driver's side is the only side that gets a full automatic function in both directions. There's a little storage area right here. Camry door sills down there. Just below the aircon vent, you have the buttons right here to activate or deactivate your headlight washer system. Parking sensors. Bonnet release lever. Pull this lever to release the boot lid, and pull this lever to release the fuel door. The driver's seat in this Toyota Camry 2.5V does get full powered adjustments with all of the controls located down here, together with your two-way power lumbar support right here. The seats in this car are finished in very nice black leather. They feel really comfortable to sit on, and they feel really nice to the touch as well. And on the door cards, it's finished in plastics right here and leather right here. And to go with that, it's finished with the wood trim as well throughout the interior as well, as you can see. The interior looks classy and elegant as well. I personally love the interior if you ask me. Dual zone automatic climate control system. All of your controls are located right here. It is quite simple to use. The display is also shared with the infotainment system, as you can see. So this is your fan speed, different modes, front and rear defrost, recirculation, automatic mode, off button, air conditioning, and your dual mode. Dual means you will have it turned on. Each side will have their own individual temperature controls, while if you turn it off, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides. Passenger side temperature knob, driver side temperature knob. Below that you have a storage area right here, and this button allows you to control the car's rear sunshade. Let me demonstrate that. It's all a one-touch operation. So right here you have a ashtray and a cigarette lighter, or you can use it as a power outlet or storage depending on what you use it for. Right here you have two cup holders or storage, and right here you have a lid which reveals to a auxiliary and USB port, and a 12-volt socket right here, and a storage area as well down here. You have a very nice digital clock above the aircon vents. The Camry 2.5V comes with a touchscreen head unit, a 6-inch touchscreen head unit with various media connectivity options and 6 speakers for the sound system. So let's give it a The stock sound system fitted to the Toyota Camry 2.5V does sound quite good. I have no complaints for the sound system. So the display is actually a touchscreen, so you can choose between your different FM stations, as you can see. So currently we're in the FM AM menu, so you have your volume and power knob right here, your manual tuning knob, your setup button, eject button for the CD DVD player, your audio settings. You can go through your Bluetooth settings and all that. You have your seek track buttons, your Bluetooth telephone menu right here. Press this button, it will take you to the Bluetooth telephone menu. Under car settings, you can bring up your trip information like your average speed, your elapsed time, and your cruising range. Central locking. This car does come with power folding side mirrors. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your controls for the infotainment system. You have your volume controls, your back button. Press and hold this button to mute the system. You have your seek track and different mode selection buttons. And locate this display button to go through the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Currently displaying your cruising range and average fuel consumption. You can go through your average speed and elapsed time, your eco drive level. Press and hold this button to go through the various vehicle settings. You can turn the display off, and back to your cruising range and average fuel consumption. On the right spoke, you have your on-hook off-hook button for the Bluetooth telephone system. Right here, you have your cruise control stock. You can program your cruise controls via this stock right here. On the right stock, you have your light and indicator controls. And on the left stock, you have your wiper controls. Locate this button right here to go through the odo and trip display. Currently displaying your mileage. You can go through your trip A, trip B, and back to your mileage. This button right here allows you to adjust the instrument cluster brightness, as you can see. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using a lever down here. Right here you have a lid with a storage area and a USB and an auxiliary in, and a 12-volt power outlet right here. Right here, front center armrest with a deep storage area below. Manual dimming rear view mirror. front reading lights. It doubles up as your interior lights. This button allows you to turn off the interior motion sensors, part of the alarm system. Sun visor for the driver's side. Does get a vanity mirror and a light. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. You can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. Three bottle holders, puddle light down here, Camry dorsals for the rear, ashtray or storage depending on what you use it for, window control, rear sun blinds as well for the Camry 2.5V, I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is around 170 centimeters tall. There is enough of space to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I get about this much in terms of headroom. The seats do feel really nice and comfortable back here. There is seat storage as well for both sides. You get two hooks right here. Right here you get a grip handle with a coat hook for both sides. You get rear aircon vents as well for the rear. And this set of controls right here controls the front passenger seat. You can adjust the seat back and also the seat position. So you can move the seat front and back as well. Right here you get your rear reading lights. And right here, front center armrest with two cup holders. And there's a pass-through as well for the boot. So you can carry long items easily back here. As you can see, the interior of the Camry looks really nice as well. Now there are three ways that you can open up the boot lid for the Toyota Camry 2.5V. The first way was via the lever inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. The second way is via the touchpad beneath the Toyota badge. Or the third way is via the button on the key fob. Press and hold on it, and the boot will unlatch itself, and you simply walk towards the tailgate itself and open it right up. Boot space in the Toyota Camry 2.5V is 515 litres. It is quite a big boot, I would say. You get the storage organizer right here. Below that is your boot floor. And below that, you get a space saver spare tire with a tire repair kit on the right. You get two hooks as well, one on this side and one on the other side. You get a light right here as well. Overall, it's a great boot. fuel door, as for headrest adjustments, the front headrests are adjusted via the button right here, and for the rear, it's adjusted via the button right here. Speaker, bottle holder, storage, Camry door sills, window control, storage area right here. The passenger seat in this Camry 2.5V gets a 4-power adjustment as well. The only thing it loses out on is the 2-way power lumbar support. Other than that, all the controls are the same as the driver. It gets the same seat upholstery as well. Nicely sized lockable glove box. Sun visor for the passenger side. Does get a vanity mirror and a light. And the passenger side does get a grab handle. So now let's start the car with the door closed. So that's all for today's video of the 2016 Toyota Camry 2.5V. Thanks for watching and goodbye.